When it comes to cold weather mysteries, the Dyatlov Pass incident is easily the most terrifying unsolved case in history. Back in the late 50s, a group of 9 highly experienced hikers trekked deep into the freezing Ural Mountains. They were survival experts, fully prepared for the brutal weather, and pitched their tent on a slope known as Dead Mountain. Everything was completely fine until the middle of the night, when something outside the camp absolutely terrified them. Whatever it was, it scared them so badly they didn't even use the door. They used a knife to slash the tent open from the inside out. The entire group fled out into a sub-zero blizzard in their desperation. They left behind their heavy winter coats, their survival gear, and even their boots. Weeks later, a search party found barefoot footprints leading down the mountain toward a dark, freezing tree line. When the rescuers finally found the group, the mystery only got darker and more disturbing. Some of the hikers had fatal internal injuries comparable to a high-speed car crash, but absolutely zero external wounds. To make things even weirder, investigators found high radiation on their clothes, and witnesses reported seeing strange, glowing orbs in the sky. To this day, nobody knows what forced 9 seasoned survival experts to run blindly to their deaths in the snow. If you want a story of true isolation, the cursed Franklin expedition is a nightmare straight out of history. In 1845, 2 state-of-the-art British explorer ships sailed out to map the uncharted Arctic. But they sailed too deep, and the ocean literally froze around them, locking both ships in a crushing grip of ice. For over a year, the crews waited in the dark, freezing winter, hoping the summer sun would melt them free. But the ice never melted. Trapped in the dark, they relied on early canned food that was quietly poisoning them with lead. With their captain dead and their supplies rotting, the remaining crew made a terrifying decision. They completely abandoned their massive ships and stepped out onto the endless, frozen wasteland. In an act of pure desperation, they tried to drag heavy wooden lifeboats across the jagged ice by hand. But the Arctic is completely unforgiving, and one by one, the men fell to the freezing cold. Local Inuit hunters told stories of starving ghost men wandering the ice, but the Royal Navy couldn't find them. The ships eventually sank to the bottom of the freezing ocean, taking all their secrets with them. Over 120 men walked into the white unknown, and the ice swallowed every single one. In the 1920s, the Amazon rainforest was still one of the most dangerous and unmapped places on Earth. A legendary British explorer named Percy Fawcett became completely obsessed with the jungle. He believed a massive, highly advanced ancient civilization was hidden deep inside, which he simply called the City of Z. Armed with nothing but basic gear and a compass, he and his son marched straight into the green hell. Before heading into completely uncharted territory, Fawcett gave a local guide one final letter to take back to the outside world. He explicitly told everyone that if they didn't return, no rescue party should be sent, because the jungle was far too deadly. After that guide walked away, Fawcett and his son vanished into the thick jungle mist forever. Over the next few decades, dozens of search parties completely ignored his warning and went looking for him. Over 100 rescuers actually died or disappeared themselves trying to solve the mystery. Some people think the explorers were ambushed by an uncontacted tribe, while others think they succumbed to tropical diseases. There are even rumors that Fawcett actually found the city and decided to stay there for the rest of his life. But a century later, the jungle hasn't given up a single clue, keeping the lost city of Z a complete mystery.